Hi, and welcome to Real Living's Market Trends Report. This report is being recorded on January the 11th, 2012, taking a look back at what transpired in our luxury market here in Palm Coast in 2011's fourth quarter. First of all, a little bit about who's doing this here for you. My name is Kendall. I am the Broker Associate Manager for the Real Living office in the Hammock. I am the only certified luxury home marketing specialist here in Flagler County and a member of the Institute for Luxury Home Marketing. My partner Rob Romero has recently joined us, coming over from REMAX, specifically to assist homeowners in the Hammock and the waterfront communities of Palm Coast with the marketing of their homes, and we're very lucky to have him. Our office is located at 5048 North Ocean Shore Boulevard. That's 7/10 of a mile north of the Hammock Dunes Bridge. If you're in the area, we certainly invite you to come take a stop by and visit with us. Okay, first of all, in the fourth quarter of 2011, there was pretty light activity in the luxury market, and for the purposes of our discussion, the luxury market is homes $500,000 and up. And as this graph identifies, the vast majority of the real buyers were in that 500 to 750 range. And when we get over $1 million, the activity really falls off the table. Now, these are what I refer to as real buyers. My definition of a real buyer is somebody who not only contracts to purchase a property, but actually shows up at the closing with sufficient funds to close the deal. There certainly are no shortage of pending transactions that never make it to the closing table, which is why I make that distinction. Okay, we're now taking a quick look here at the current available inventory. This is as of the day of recording here, which is January 11th. There are 157 luxury homes for sale in Palm Coast, 92 of them in that 500 to 750 range, and another 35 under $1 million. When we consider the fact that there are less than 1,000 homes for sale in all of Palm Coast, that's a pretty big number, and speaks to the fact that there is that this really remains a buyer's market. For the properties that did sell in the fourth quarter of 2012, the average days on market here ranged anywhere from 9 months to a year and a half. This does not reflect homes that have not sold. There are certainly no shortage of homes that have been on the market for in excess of 1,000 days. And of course, because we've had no traffic, over 1.5 million, we see no days on market there, no sold activity. It's important to also look at the current inventory from the context of homes that failed to sell, because that's a shadow inventory that's very likely to come back on those expired listings. So, for instance, here in the 500 to 750 range, you can add another 25% to what is the reasonable available inventory in that price band, and certainly you can look at the price band that you believe your home is in and get a sense for what's going on there as well. Now we are looking at the ratio of homes that sold to that inventory of available homes, and again, that gives you a sense of just how few transactions are actually occurring in each price band, and again reinforces the fact that there is more available inventory than we would really like to ultimately see. We're taking a look at pending home sales in the luxury market, and what's very interesting about this is that of the 21 pending sales in our market, 11 of those, so just under 50%, are short sales, which simply means that the owner, the seller, owes more on their mortgage balance than the contract price. What that means is that in order for that sale to be successful, the seller's lender needs to approve that price, because they're not going to be paid in full, or they'll be shorted, which is where the term short sale comes from. Um, a lot of short sales are not successful for a variety of reasons. So some of these are very likely to fall out of contract. They'll either come back on the market or they may ultimately be foreclosed on. All right, if you're considering marketing your home for sale in this market, we would like you to consider Rob and myself for that position. And so I'm going to just take just a very brief moment to tell you a little bit about how we work. What we think is unique about us is that we don't work alone. Most realtors do. They attempt to juggle all of the necessary tasks of being a realtor by themselves. Eventually, they run up against the limits of time, energy, and money. And so ultimately, fewer homes sold means limited cash flow to invest back in advertising and the marketing of your home. When you hire Real Living, you do hire a whole team of professionals. We never really run out of time because each member has a specific duty. And we think we do a better job of marketing your home because we're not distracted with a lot of the other functions that most other agents need to do to survive. We view ourselves not as sales professionals. We view ourselves as real estate consultants. Our activity usually does result in real estate transactions, and that's how we ultimately get paid. But we really believe that our job is to help consumers define what their real estate objectives are and achieve them. We think that that's different than the way most real estate agents view themselves. They view themselves as a gatekeeper of listings, and we don't believe that. We believe that the consulting role is much more appropriate. Look, we have no doubt that there is lots of information available to you as a homeowner here, and that's available on the internet. And that information is easy to get, but we still believe that consumers and homeowners want a consultant to be an interpreter of that massive amount of information and to apply the correct information and right technology to achieve their objectives. This last slide here is just a kind of overview of the folks that are a part of our team. I'm not going to go into it in any detail, but I just want to make sure that you're aware that it's there. We have really are very proud of the team that we put together, and we hope that if you are considering the sale of your home, that you would take advantage of this great group of people we put together. All right, again, my name is Kendall, coming to you from Real Living. Thanks so much for visiting with us, and we'll see you next month.